Welcome to the AMAS AGM 2016. I declare the meeting open at 11 AM at the Logan Home Aero Modelers Radio Control Model Flying Site. Any apologies? No.
Yeah, I have got one apology from Michael Thorne.
Thanks, Mike. The minutes from the previous AGM are as recorded on YouTube. Secretary to move.
Yeah, I'd like to move the minutes of the previous AGM as recorded on YouTube be accepted, be adopted as per the YouTube video record.
Seconder.
We got Patsy. Thank you.
Yes, I'll second that.
Thanks, Patsy. All in favour?
Aye.
Carried. As has been the practice of the Society in the past, this meeting is being broadcast live on YouTube, with all financial members having been sent an invitation. Should anyone wish to do so, they can also watch this and past AMAS broadcasts of AGM and general meeting using a link to the Society webpage. This meeting will be conducted in accordance with the Constitution and the Westminster System of Debate and Conduct. Just a reminder that all members of the Society do have an individual vote according to the Constitution. So I'll take this opportunity to thank all those who voted prior to this meeting. Just over 12 months ago, I advised the AMAS committee members that 2015-2016 my last year as president due to my increasing age. I turned 80 in the middle of June this year, and although I am still hale and hearty, I believe now is the right time to hand over the reins of our blossoming great organisation to a younger person with fresh new ideas. Since its inception in early 2012, there have been a number of changes in the makeup of the committee, and I think this has been a contributing factor in the growth and ongoing success of the AMAS, with the Secretary, Michael Snibidis, and myself as the only members remaining from the original 7. I do not wish to be remembered as an old fart, pardon the expression, as is the situation in some other organisations, a fact frequently criticised by their members in discussions and forums. A constant changing of the old guard prevents living in the past and introduces current and new thinking involving the present and coming generation of aero modelers. From time to time, I am informed of comments on forums about AMAS, but it is not AMAS policy to comment or reply on this form of media. I personally have no interest in forums and certainly do not visit or post on them. As most would now know, our present treasurer, Patsy Brown, is standing down from the committee in order to devote more time to her passion of building and flying large warbirds. So I will take this opportunity to thank her for the dedication to the Society over the past years and for the excellent manner in which she has maintained the finances of the Society. She also did an outstanding job as the editor and producer of our newsletter. Happy flying and many safe landings, Patsy.
Thanks, John.
It would be very remiss of me not to comment on the outstanding job the Secretary, Michael Snibidis, has done this and every year since the inception of the Society. He has provided a 24/7 service to our ever-increasing membership, a service not available from most organisations. It is in fact a huge workload, taking up considerable hours, even more so at renewal time. Michael is an unpaid volunteer, as are the rest of the committee, and personally has carried AMAS expenses, particularly in the early formation days of the Society, like most other committee members have done also. So I give thanks to all the past committee members for their contribution. I do believe that as the financial status of this Society is now stable and sound, that there should be some discussions in the future about providing a modest honorarium to the Secretary in the coming year. I would also like to thank the President, Vice President Shane Hunter, and the committee person, Michael Thorne, for their assistance and contributions to the effective operations of the Society over the past year. I would remind the members that it is your responsibility to advise the Society of any changes to your membership details, for example, your email address, your phone number, etc. And this can be done at any time by accessing the website direct yourself. The AMAS website, amas.org.au, has a wealth of information for new members and club secretaries and should answer most, if not all, queries you may have regarding the AMAS. I do recommend that you take the time to visit this site, including a read of the Constitution, and note the difference between provisional membership 5.5 and day membership conditions 5.6 as listed in the Constitution. If your group, club or incorporated body chose to have only one primary contact, then only that contact will receive notifications from AMAS. It will be the responsibility of that primary contact to relay any received information such as notices, newsletters, CASA bulletins, etc. All of the membership is advised in early June that membership should be renewed before 30th of June. Just like your car registration and household insurance, failure to pay by the due date will mean no insurance cover in the event of a claim. Whilst on the subject of insurance, in spite of some scurrilous remarks made, or statements I should say, made in the past by some members of other organisations, I will categorically state that AMAS has not ever had any insurance claims whatsoever since the beginning of this society, and certainly do not have any outstanding unpaid claims. This is, I believe, largely due to the diligence of our membership in applying the safety rules and following statutory requirements. Remember, safety is no accident. The AMAS continues to have dialogue with CASA in order to provide input to improve aviation and public safety, and as an ARN is recognised by CASA as a national aero model organisation and an authority for model aviation in Australia. And there is a link we found on the CASA site. Training manuals for model activities are provided on the AMAS website for individuals and clubs to follow to attain proficiency in their particular disciplines of modelling. What a particular club may require in excess of this is a matter entirely up to the members and committee of that club. AMAS recommends, but it is not mandatory, that clubs should become incorporated in order to protect members of the committee with the Association Directors' liability insurance cover. Furthermore, in Queensland at least, if your constitution was implemented before 2009, it is probably not legal according to the advice we have received. Drone legislation is currently under review by CASA with new rules due to be released soon. With increased usage of drones and FPV flying by the general public operating outside of model organisations, coupled with increased scrutiny by the media and public, I believe it will only be a matter of time before more stringent rules are introduced. These will likely impact on all forms of modelling, with occupation, health and safety, insurance requirements, and possible litigation playing a part as well. I must congratulate the members, the committee and the members of LARCS on their recent decision to give their members a choice to go to an open field system, offering their own and AMAS insurance options. I'm quite sure that in the not too far distant future, many more clubs around Australia will explore this option. Well done, LARCS. I will close by wishing AMAS and the new committee all the best as they move forward into the future. Could I have a seconder for that report, please, or somebody move that that report be accepted?
I would like to move that the
Okay.
report's accepted, John.
Thank you.
Thanks, Shane.
Seconder?
Yeah, I second that.
All in favour?
Aye.
Carried. Now, I'll ask the Secretary to read out his report.
The Society has well and truly progressed this last year and is steadily increasing at an astonishing rate this year. The interest in the Society, as reviewed via the various media statistics, Google AdWords, email inquiries, never ceases to amaze us, as is now commonplace to receive daily inquiries asking, amongst things, what does the AMAS Incorporated do? Yeah. Email correspondence alone for the July 2015, June 2016 period totaled over 7,000 items. A lot. The Office of the Society Secretary is open 7 days a week and is I'm generally in a position to take calls at any time of day. Very little hard copy office administration takes place, with most being electronic, and so leads the Society as being a virtually paperless, environmentally friendly entity. All Society data is backed up off-site and is secure. The website and associated database has always been found to be an easily usable commodity, and all the committee have access to the internal features. Member information can be quite quickly retrieved and revised if necessary when required, whilst important information can be posted and or emailed in an instant. Of note, the website member database also has a telephone SMS feature which, not used currently, can be activated to text members regarding matters, Society matters. Members can review their details using the login tab on the website. Primary contact details, member details, and member financial details can be reviewed and some details revised. The Society has found and suggests a generic login application which can be used in either Android or iOS platforms, which allows members to access these details. The link for that application is on the website. In amongst this, at this point, I'd like to welcome all the new members. G'day to you all, especially g'day to all the West Australian guys. How's all going over there? The Tasmanian guys, hello. And there's quite a few new members, South Australia, in all states actually, all states and the NT. Hello to you all, and thank you for supporting the Society. In conclusion, I thank the Society's consultants for their valued assistance and guidance. I'd also thank those members whom I speak with from day to day and make it a pleasure to serve as the Secretary to the AMAS Incorporated. Lastly, I thank the committee for their valued experience, assistance and direction. And I'd also personally like to thank the retiring Treasurer, Patsy Brown, who has contributed to the Society's outstanding success. Patsy's input on the committee will be sorely missed, and the new Treasurer certainly has a big pair of boots to fill. Mate, thank you very much. Thank you indeed.
Thanks, Patsy.
I also will take this opportunity to thank Michael Thorne, the outgoing committee member, for his dedication to the Society over the past year and for the excellent manner in which he has maintained the Society's position and presence in Victoria. Mate, thank you very much, Mike. It's been my privilege and continues to be the Secretariat serving the AMAS Incorporated membership. Therefore, get up and fly. And remember, safety is no accident. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Would somebody like to move that Secretary's report be accepted?
Yeah, I'll move that.
Okay, moved Patsy. Seconded? Shane?
Thank you, John.
Okay, all in favour?
Aye.
Aye.
Right, that's carried. We have the next item on our agenda is the appointment of or results of the nominations for the new committee. Oh, sorry, Patsy. I missed the financial reports. I know you're going, but I didn't mean you to go quite so quickly. Sorry, Patsy. Would you like to give us a rundown on the financial report?
Yep, no problem. Haven't retired yet, John. Good morning to all the members and visitors. I'm going to give a brief summary of the financials. And anyone wanting a full copy of the audit, just please contact the Secretary. For the year ending June 30th, 2016, income was up $2,000 on the previous 12 months, despite the reduction in the fees. This indicates a strong membership growth over the last year. Total income for the year was $50,454. AMAS has limited expenditure as the philosophy is to keep things simple, which benefits the members by keeping the fees low and continues to pass on the savings to the members. AMAS does not pay honorariums to the management committee, and this is a massive saving to the members. Total expenditure for the year was $29,409. The main expense is, of course, insurance, $13,475, followed by advertising at $8,665. The website, the management of the website and commissions on the web payments totaled $1,932. Legal fees, $1,540. Postage, $677. Wings, badges and caps, $763. Caps, by the way, don't forget these caps, the AMAS caps are still available. I better show the slide without my Mustang on it. Still available, contact the Secretary if you're after an AMAS cap. The auditing, $550. Total expenses for the year ending June 30th, 2016 was $29,409, giving a surplus of income over expenditure of $21,045. Bank accounts currently total $62,639. Before I sign off, this is my last duty as Treasurer, and I'd like to add a few words on a personal note. I've served in this position for almost 2.5 years, and I want to say how much I've enjoyed working with all the wonderful committee members that I've met along the way. It's also put me in touch personally with many wonderful error modelers and great clubs from all over the country. There's a glue that binds us all together, and that's the love of our hobby, no matter what level that we participate on. We all have to land, don't we? It's also been an absolute privilege to be able to help to make the most significant changes to error modelling in this country in decades. Whether you are a member of AMAS or not, there is no doubt that it is the establishment and success of this society that has brought the most tangible benefits to every member and club across the country. AMAS promotes the open field policy and people flying together with their friends without discrimination. It breaks down barriers instead of putting them up, and over time, more and more people and clubs will see this, and the hobby as a whole will benefit. So I have many planes to build and fly now, and with the extra time I'll have in my hands, and I thank you all, and I look forward to catching up with flying with some of you when possible. So back to the financials. Are there any questions? No questions?
No, you've done a great job, Patsy.
Excellent. Excellent.
Okay.
Well done, Patsy.
Good. I'd like to move that the financial reports be accepted.
I'll second that.
Okay.
All in favour?
Yep.
Aye.
Aye.
Carried. Okay, moving on. Unfortunately, at the moment, we don't have a temporary chairman, so
They've all gone to the.
because they've all gone to another meeting,
They've all gone on the meeting over there.
and that's a bit unfortunate. But however, that's these things do happen sometime. But however, as per the Constitution, so I'll actually read this out. As per the Constitution, and being that no other nominations were received, the following persons are duly elected in accordance with the Constitution. President, Mr. Shane Hunter. Welcome, Shane. Secretary, Michael Snobitis, sitting here on my left. And our new treasurer, Mr. Robert Orick. I'd like to welcome you all to the new committee. and I'm now about to hand over to our new president, who will have will carry on from this point. And just before he does start, I'll make a point. Shane has actually been extremely sick with food poisoning or something, so if he bows out in the middle of the meeting, you'll understand why. Okay, Shane, over to you. How are you feeling this morning?
Not great, John. Thank you. I'd like to say good morning to all the members, and I would also like to thank the membership for this opportunity to take the office of President for the coming year. Over the next 12 months, with the assistance of the new committee and the greater AMAS membership, it is my intention to continue the growth and promotion of the Australian Miniature Aerosport Society for the benefit of all aeromodelers throughout the states of Australia. The AMAS will continue to promote the open field policy into the future. The notice of motions as circulated and voted on by the members have all been accepted and are now adopted. They will be forwarded to the Office of Fair Trading. Now, for the appointment of an auditor for 2016-17, the membership will be advised of the appointment of an auditor for the financial year 2016-17 once the committee has consulted with the newly elected treasurer, Rob Orrick. The next AGM will be held at a time and place yet to be decided, and being that there is no further business for this AGM, I'll declare this part of the meeting closed at 11:20 AM. And now we will move on to the AMAS general meeting. I declare the meeting open at 11:20 at 6 Curruck Road at Bensville, New South Wales. And I'd like to now call for any apologies.
There's one apology from Michael Thorne.
Michael Thorne, thanks, Michael. Okay, now we will move on to the appointment of the Vice President and the committee person. As per the AMAS Constitution, and being that no other nominations were received, the following persons are duly elected to office. The Vice President, Mr. John Taylor. The committee person, Mr. Philip Poole. Please welcome the duly elected office bearers.
Excellent. Good on you.
Thanks, Phil. Okay, I'll now call on the Secretary for acceptance of the previous minutes.
I'd like to move a motion that the previous minutes, as recorded and watched on YouTube, be adopted as read.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Second that. Thanks, Patsy. All in favour?
Aye.
Aye.
Pardon me, the motion's carried. Once again, I'll call on the Secretary for the inwards and outwards correspondence.
I'd like to move a motion that the inwards correspondence be received and the outwards be adopted, and those lists of correspondence are available to the membership. Just simply email in and I'll send those lists to whoever wants to have a list of the correspondence.
Thanks, Mike. Okay, can we have those accepted? A motion carried for that?
We've got a seconder, mate.
Oh, a seconder, yeah. Can we have a seconder, please? Thank you, John. Okay. Those in favour? Aye.
Yep. All good.
Okay, the motion is carried. We'll move on to general business. As per the agenda items received and voted on by the membership, I'll now call on the Secretary to read out the notices of motion in full. Thanks, Mike.
And the result.
Okay, so as per the annexes sent out to the membership and voted on, notice of motion 1 from Mr. Richard Brown, a financial member of the Australian Miniature Aerosport Society Incorporated. The motion is to introduce a non-mandatory flight proficiency recurrency in completing in complementing the existing solo and advanced ratings. The purpose of this recurrency is to amend the wing system to reflect a member's current flying proficiency. It will not change the existing solo or advanced wings rating, but it will give the individual a way to test, track, and record their current flight proficiency, and it demonstrates that they take their own and other people's safety seriously. It also provides a simple method when visiting other clubs to show your current flying proficiency. This simple task will not be compulsory, and the AMAS will simply record this recurrency as a service to its members. However, everyone would be encouraged to do their model pilot rating assessment yearly. It is proposed that the new rating will be called a model pilot rating, an MPR, and it differs significantly from existing wings in that it is dated and is a live document, meaning continually updatable. The task would consist of 3 consecutive takeoffs, single circuits and landings coming to a complete stop in a controlled manner on the strip with any type of aircraft. Some risk assessment skills will be required. It would be assessed under the normal AMAS flight proficiency assessment system. Initially, every member would receive an MPR carrying an endorsement of untested. Following an MPR assessment, an updated recurrency would be attached to the rating. Endorsement would indicate the result of the most recent flight test by the assessor, such as, but not limited to, Solo Fixed Wing 2016, so abbreviated Solo FW16, or requires assistance, RA16, or requires Buddy Box 16, or Heavy Model 2016, that's Solo HM16, or Multi-Rotor 2016, Solo MR16, etc. The member may self-assess that they require assistance, example for the beginner. On the matter of that notice of motion, the membership votes in the affirmative and is carried. Notice of motion 2 is from the Sky Raiders, financial members of the Australian Miniature Aerosport Society Incorporated. Sky Raiders Miniature Aerosport Society wish to add the following assessments and training system used for the purpose of qualifying for all forms of RC flight proficiency scheme. Add to all the training guidance assessment material currently available on the AMAS website that all new technologies incorporating, for example, 3-axis flight stabilisation available now or in the future, be permitted to be used to assist the pilot in command of various types of models, e.g., but not limited to, roll, pitch and yaw control. Rationale behind this motion is to use this technology may allow novice or cognitive challenged pilots to gain confidence more quickly. Intermediate flyers have an alternate avenue to advance quicker. Star pilots flying more unstable variants may have less problems. And older pilots with failing eyesight or other disabilities of older age may be assisted through safer model aircraft operation, therefore mitigating risk. Pilots with physical disabilities may also then enjoy our wonderful hobby using modern technology. We already have electronic programmable onboard systems for free flight models to control features such as delayed propeller start, auto rudder, variable incident tailplane, variable incident swing, wing waggler, remote dethermalizer, electronic trackers, and more recently radio assist and GPS finders. Many control line models have programmable electronic speed controllers controlling motor speed and power outputs at different aspects of flight, as well as RC throttle control and multiple servos operating the many similar functions as scale aircraft use. For example, smoke, flaps, undercarriage retracts, to name just a few. We have gyros, etc. on helicopters to assist and maintain stability of the craft. Multirotors are fitted with flight controllers. Modern transmitter has many programmable features to assist the pilot with easier and safer manoeuvres and operations. Furthermore, an ever-increasing number of ready-to-fly, almost ready-to-fly, bind and fly, point and fly models are already available for purchase with these features as standard. We now present this as a formal motion for voting at the AGM general meeting. In the order of notice of motion 2, the membership votes in the affirmative, and that is carried. A notice of motion 3 is a notice of nomination for life member from Michael Snobitis. For the consideration of the AMAS Incorporated membership, I, Michael Snobitis, a financial member of the Australian Miniature Aerosport Society Incorporated, hereby nominate Mr. John Taylor for life membership to the Australian Miniature Aerosport Society Incorporated. As a founding member of the AMAS, who has significant record of attending various events and competing in Australia and overseas, also within the activities of the association, of which could not be more long-standing, Much, if not all, of the AMAS history and culture is embodied in John and the contributions outlined below. For his significant contribution to the sport of error modelling, sustained and unmatched contribution to the AMAS incorporated on multiple platforms over a sustained period of time, John's leadership of the AMAS evident at committee and more personal level. John's key contribution here was his commitment to nurturing new error modelers and the way he institutionalised this commitment through AMAS processes. John has also unique ability to move easily amongst the various facets of error modelling and share a commitment to error modelling and error modelling learning, regardless of the technologies and sometimes complicated understandings that are inherent in this day and age. All of the attributes and examples outlined above are evidence of John's service to the AMAS and previous over a period of time that extends well beyond his formal service as president. He has always been strongly committed in fostering collective expertise by working closely with individuals in the ways that increase their influence and personal capacity. Through this service, he has added substantial value to the individuals as well as the AMAS as an organisation. On the matter of this notice of nomination for life membership 3, the membership votes in the affirmative and is carried. And John, may I present you, mate?
Oh.
I'd like to present you with, if everybody can see that, he has his certificate of life membership, mate.
Thank you very much, Michael. And thanks to all the members. Sounds like I'm a wonderful guy. I don't know whether I'm a bit overplayed there, but
Champion.
But however, thank you very much. I do appreciate it.
Good man. Okay. Good on you, champion.
Okay, mate.
It's the least we can do. On the notice of motion number 4 from the AMAS Incorporated Committee, that the current incorporated club membership yearly fee of $10 be increased to $25 to align with insurance premium increases over the last 4 years. If accepted, this revised club membership fee would commence on the 1st of July 2017. On the matter of notice of motion number 4, the membership votes in the affirmative, and that is carried. This completes the agenda items as listed in the notices which were sent out to all financial members. Thank you to all those that had voted on the notices of motion as per the Constitution. Especially thank the Committee of Larks for the use of their facilities to conduct this Google Hangout YouTube broadcast of the AGM and general meeting. And Shane, I'll take it back to you, mate, to just finish off the last bit.
Okay, thanks, Mike, and congratulations, John. You're very deserving of that award. Thank you. Yep. Okay, the next general meeting will be held at a time and place to be advised to members. And being that there is no further business to conduct, I'm going to now declare the meeting closed at 11:33 a.m. I'd like to thank everybody for your attendance and happy landings, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
See you all.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.